Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the sophomore album of Chloe and Halle and their sophomore album called Ungodly Hour. So I have to be honest, I have no idea who they are. I didn't before this. I had no idea who they are, who they were, who they are, anything. So when I've heard their names and I see their faces and I knew all the stuff they were getting involved, like some stuff they were getting involved in because of like the media news that was on YouTube that would post about them, but I had no idea what their sound was or anything. So I just kept on my business and they dropped this song called Do It and everybody was talking about it. So I was like, okay, let me listen to it. Listen to it immediately, loved it. I was like, this is amazing. I need to invest. So of course I waited for this album to come out because of course they announced that an album's coming out with this single. So I was like, yeah. So I waited, and now it's here. And I have to say I'm very impressed. I am very impressed with the productions is super sick. The lyrics is amazing, and the lyrics is very like not all over the place, but more like it hits a lot of subjects that I didn't think that they would not that I knew what they would talk about, but I didn't think that would be mentioned in this, and that's very interesting. I love the perspectives that they put on certain like subjects. I think it's really cool. One of the things that the one things I did know about this album is that they wanted to have more freedom into doing any type of creativity and having fun with it and doing more about what they want to do more than what the producers or whatever want to do. And I'm assuming that they didn't get that in their first album, so now they're doing it this time. And it definitely shows that they definitely sound like they're having fun. They're definitely showing that they want to show more aspects of who they are and like their skills as producers slash singers, because we already know that Chloe produced a good portion of these songs on this album, which is amazing. I love when I see artists are like, I did it myself. I did this song myself. I did this song myself. I had help with this person. I had help with this song and this song, but these songs I did myself, and they sound great. Like, technically, she could have pretty much like produced the whole album, and it would sound great. Like, it's amazing. I think that Chloe and Halle pretty much just like said, okay, well, we gotta give some of these people some space to do something on our album. I mean, I guess, but the album's amazing. Like, I love the beginning and the intro, which she says, "Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness." I think it's a great. That used to be such a thing that like assholes would say, or people that said like that don't know how to politely ask for something or just give people the space to have their own mind in the opposite person. So they said like, oh, like you always hear people say like, oh, I rather ask for forgiveness or permission, or ask for forgiveness than permission. Rather ask for forgiveness and permission. So do your thing and then just say sorry afterwards, but it doesn't really feel like you're really sorry, which is, I think that's a point of them saying that. I think the point is that you shouldn't be sorry in the get-go, and you also shouldn't have to ask permission to do or be whoever you want to be. So just don't do it. If anything, ask for forgiveness, because maybe some of the pieces that you want to be a little flawed, and some people don't like it, and that's okay, but at least you still remained who you are throughout this whole thing. And I think exactly what they're pretty much saying in the whole album. Some of the highlights I really, really like is for Baby Girl. I love that song. It was produced by Chloe, and it pretty much is talking about finding your inner strength, your inner little girl that was inside you that believed in everything. Like, remember her and keep going with that in mind. And I think that's what she says. She's like, do it for the girls around the world. She talks about how, like, they talk about how they're feeling very kind of, just like there's days where it's just like, you just feel shitty. And once she, in the chorus reminds you, like, if you feel that way, feel it, but also remember to get back up and keep going, you know? And I love that. I love it. Do It is another song that I really love. Pretty much, she says it, they say it, and it's a homies only kind of mood. Pretty much saying, just celebrating life with their friends and no one else. Not looking for any guys to, like, mess around with or anything to get with. Like, it's not about them. It's about us and our group, you know? And I love it. Scott Storch is the first person introduced into this album for producer, and he produced this one. It's been a while since I've seen Scott Storch, and glad that he's still doing stuff. Sounds great, of course. One shout out that I didn't really care for was Tipsy. I like the idea of the song. I love the fact that she's like, when guys treat me wrong, they end up just missing. Don't know. Like, they say it like that, like, don't know. Just happens. So don't fuck it up, you know? And I think that's great. It's a great idea of saying, like, don't ask permission, ask for forgiveness kind of thing. Just like, I have no flaw, like, I have no issue standing up for who I am and what I like and what I don't like kind of thing. So if I see that you're fucking up, we're done, you know? You might end up dead too. And one thing I didn't like about it was the fact that it had a weird unevenness with the lyrics, and she, like, I get close to saying that it could be a little pitchy, but I think that it's not. I think there's a purpose. It purposely is supposed to sound kind of tipsy and kind of drawing out what she sings. But I feel like it's great, but I feel like it, for me personally, it just hits wrong in the ear. But all in all, that's the only critique I have of this album. Like, I love Busy Boy. Love Busy Boy. I think that's such a good song. It's a great nod to like, one of the things that she says, or they say, is that that's why the nice guys last. That's why the playboys always finish last. And I feel like that's what she's saying, is that what they're saying is that people always say, like, oh, the nice guys finish last. It's like, but it's not it's not the case. The case is that the nice guys last, and sure, you may break up, whatever, but at least you are guaranteed to have a full-on relationship than you would with a fuckboy that's gonna come in just like, that don't last, but then they're complaining, like, oh, why no one wants me? Because you're a fucking fuckboy. And she says that. She's like, I would fuck with you. I would take you seriously if you weren't such an asshole. If you weren't fucking like 5 women on a daily and then trying to date me at the same time telling me that I'm the one. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, stop. So I love that song. I love the sound. I love their vocals. It's amazing. Another one I liked was Lonely. I love the idea of that one. Scott Storch helped out with that. I love she says, like, they say, I had to learn to love myself lately. And they always say, I keep on saying she, but it's 2 people. Review, like, single people things a lot, so I need to, like, get my shit together. Anyway, so they also say it don't have to feel lonely to be alone. I think the song is pretty much saying that. It's saying that you don't have to, you have to learn when you learn to love yourself, that requires a state of loneliness or alone time that you have to give to yourself, to understand, to appreciate yourself by yourself without having an influence for other people. And some people don't see it that way. Some people think that the minute you're alone, you're lonely. And I don't think that's the case. I think that you can always find things to do for yourself, or treat yourself, or entertain yourself. Like, you are just as valuable as a person to be entertained, just as much as these other friends that you need to be around with for validation. You can always validate yourself. And I feel like that's what she's saying. That's what they're saying. Another one I like is Don't Make It Hard on Me. Very tongue-in-cheek. I love it. I almost feel like this was the last song. It feels very last songy sound, because it has like a anthem type of sound to it. But it pretty much is with the help of Jeff Gittleman, aka Giddy, who also produced songs for Mac Miller. This song is amazing. It pretty much talks about, like, I can't be thinking of you when I'm with this guy. Like, they're pretty much talking about this. They're in love with a guy, or individual person's in love with or has a person with them, but they're still kind of hanging on to their ex in a way, because they keep on coming around, and they still haven't, like come to terms with all of their feelings about their ex and to move on officially. So but he still comes around because he knows that, and so she's saying like, stay away from me. I need to focus on this guy, and you keep on coming around, giving me weird, confusing feelings. And if you don't stay away, I might do something stupid, as in like kiss him or try to get back with him or break up with a good relationship that she has now and get with a fuckboy that she didn't like in the beginning, you know. So, but he's charming enough to where she's conflicted. I love that song. Love the bass. I love the part that she says, "Because part of me has moved on, but a part of me is weak." Another song I like is Wonder What She Thinks of Me, which is another tongue-in-cheek one. I love it. They just put rows and rows of it, and just like, these are the songs I want to see. These are songs that are very interesting, that perspectives you don't get to talk about as often. But this one's pretty much is from the other woman's perspective, the mistress perspective. And she's wondering what the wife or girlfriend thinks about her, knowing that he comes home with like her perfume smell on under his cologne. Like, they're obviously making a lot of like risky mistakes in their affair. But she also isn't jealous in a way, because she's like, I don't really care if your main girl is with you. I think it's great. I think you guys should bloom. But it seems like it's a very contrast thing to say, because at the same time she still wants him, even though she knows she'll never officially have him. But she still knows that she has power over him, as much almost to the point of the girlfriend. So she's like, I wonder what she thinks about me. Like, is she fed up? Is she cool with it? Like, I don't really care. I can keep this going, but I'm concerned about her. Like, not really, but I'm just curious what she thinks, you know. I don't know. It kind of eggs you on in a way. One of the things that she says is like, and while you're to enjoy Paris, your love is endless or careless, but it's not ever with me. So she understands that that's the terms of what's going on in this type of direction with this affair. And finally, ROYL is the last song, which is a very party song. It's pretty much saying to live up your life for this night and just let your hair down and just have a good time. And I think it's a really good song for that direction. I love the beat. The beat completely surprised me, because I was so still thinking about Wonder What She Thinks that I wasn't ready for the next song. So when it happened, I was like, whoa. Anyway, so I do like this song. I do like this album. I really, really do. I'm surprised. I love when I jump into albums I don't know anything about anybody. The artist, the album, the way that they do stuff, like anything. All I know is that one single. And I love how the album comes together to be a great album on top of that too. So it makes me want to go backwards and look at the other songs. Speaking of, leave a comment below, tell me what you thought, what you think about the album, if you like it or not. But also, if you could, I would like to go backwards, and I will just go into the album if that's how it has to go. But if there's like direct songs you would like me to start off with that would give me more of an idea of what they're really about, please leave that comment below to let me know, because I would love to get more in depth into this, so I can be a fan ready to go on to the third album when it comes out. So yeah, so all in all, I give this album a 9 out of 10. I think it's a very perfectly together album, perfect stories, great like vocals and everything. I can't wait for more. Don't forget to subscribe, hit a like button, and also hit the notification button so you can get more of my videos. And I'll see you all in the next video.